The Northland Symphony Orchestra is celebrating 50 years as a group of community, professional, and student musicians. Since its beginnings, the orchestra has provided free concerts, not just in the Northland, but throughout the city. Today we are at Pine Ridge Presbyterian talking to conductor Jim Murray, who will tell us more about the orchestra, the February 25th performance that will be here that is supported by the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund, and the current season. Maestro Murray, thank you for having us here at Pine Ridge.
It's my pleasure. We're very excited about this season. I think 58 years is an amazing accomplishment for any arts organization, but particularly a nonprofit organization such as ourselves.
And this is your 20th season with the orchestra.
Correct.
As well.
This is my 20th season with the orchestra. It's really an honor to work with this group, but we have a lot of fun, and I think we do good work.
How did the orchestra get started?
The orchestra was founded by a group of music educators that were north of the river, and they felt that the area needed an ensemble to provide great music to the area, but they also equally felt that there needed to be a place that professional musicians, community musicians, and student musicians could come together and make music together.
And how many members are in the orchestra currently?
We have 65 in the orchestra currently. And 1/3 of that is professional, and then the rest are student and community musicians.
Okay, and for your February 25th concert, you have quite a variety of music that will be presented. What went into the selection of those works?
Well, part of what went into that selection is actually the space that we're in here today. Obviously, I'm not bringing 65 musicians to this space. When we do concerts in venues other than our home venue, I like to cater the program to the space. So this is our 4th year in this space, and it's just wonderful to play in, and we love to be here. And so last year I featured the string section. So this year we're going to feature the woodwind section. And so this program is actually quite unique. The first piece on the program is Brahms Serenade No. 2. And what's interesting about that piece is he did not require any violins. So it is viola, cello, bass, and woodwinds. And you don't normally get a chance to do that music, and so this space certainly fit for that. The second half of the program will just be the wind octet, and that's where you will get the variety of Schubert and Kromer, but some Irish music, some ragtime, and I think the variety of that program will be really appealing to the audience.
How many people are you anticipating for the February 25th concert here?
Well, one of the key elements of the Northland Symphony Orchestra's mission is that all of our performances are free. And we don't want any barrier to stop anyone from coming to experience great live music. So since our concert is free admission, we expect to fill this sanctuary with 300 to 400 people, and it'll be people from all over the metro area.
And you have a concert that's coming up in April that is going to be in a totally different venue.
Correct. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary all year round, but the highlight of that this season is our concert on April 9th at the Hellsberg Concert Hall at the Kaufman Center for Performing Arts, and that concert will also be free.
Wonderful. So you said that free admission is a very important part of who you are. Mm-hmm. You also, something that's also very important is having a group of musicians that are not just professional but include community and students.
Correct.
Why is that important to the orchestra?
Well, I think that goes to the mission of the educational mindset of this organization. When a student musician plays in our orchestra, they get a chance to sit next to both a professional player and a community player. And if they sit next to the professional player, they get a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to be a professional musician and what that really means. And if they're thinking about doing that, they get a really great insight into that experience. But just as important is the student musician who sits next to the community member, my accountant or computer engineer or lawyer or teacher or whoever it is. Because as an educator who works with many young students, a lot of times they think they need to give up music. If they're going to go into college and they're not going to pursue it, then it's done. And I think it's really important that they can see that it can still be a viable part of their life. It can be their avocation, even if it doesn't end up being their vocation. And they see that modeled with all of our community players, many of whom are fine, really fine musicians who just happen to have other careers.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're so lucky in Kansas City to have so many fine musicians.
It's a great place to be.
Yes. And if people want more information about your current season, or if they want to reserve a spot for an upcoming performance, where would they go to find out information?
Sure, we do 5 concerts a season. So after the April 9th Hellsberg concert, we have our Summer Pops concert, which will be a tribute to all musical theater. Mm-hmm. And our website is really the best place, northlandsymphony.org. That has all the up-to-date information on concerts. Obviously, our concerts are free, so you don't have to worry about getting tickets. But I will say for the Hellsberg concert, that will be a ticketed event, even though the tickets are free. We We just need to have an idea of how many people are attending. We're also on Facebook, social media, but northlandsymphony.org is the best place to find the information.
Well, thank you for the information that you just shared with us today and for having us here, and we look forward to your upcoming performances.
No, it was my pleasure. It was great to talk with you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/NTDF.